Well, happy Monday. As we look forward to this coming week, I wanted to encourage you with something I thought about this week. I was just sharing with the boys and girls. This is my pick. Now, when I was young, we had a pick similar to this, and there was a rock in our yard next to the driveway. And it was so close to the driveway that when people would turn in, sometimes they would scratch their car. So my dad said, "Boys, we need to move that rock." Well, my brother and I decided we were going to do it to surprise him. And so we got out the pick and we got out the digging iron, got my buddy from next door, got the riding mower with the rope on it, and we tried everything. And we couldn't budge that rock. And my dad came out and he said, "Boys, what are you doing?" And I said, "Dad, we were going to surprise you and move this rock, but we can't budge it. We've tried everything. We just can't move it." And Dad said, "Have you really tried everything?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, we've done everything we know what to do." And he said, "No, you haven't tried everything because you haven't asked for my help." And with that, my dad got a hold of the digging iron, put it under the rock and said, "All right, boys, let's go." And we pushed and over went the rock. And it was just a reminder to me about a story in the Bible. I'm not going to take time to read it this morning, but if you have a chance, go to Matthew 14 and read verse 25 to 31. But the story is the disciples are out on a boat. And as they're out on this boat, a storm comes up. Jesus realizes that they're in the middle of a storm, and he comes walking to them on the water. Can you imagine seeing somebody at night with the storm and the clouds and everything that's going on, walking to you on the water, and they're like, "Man, it's a ghost." I think it would kind of freak me out a little bit too. But Jesus said, "It is I, it's me. Don't worry, it's me." And Peter said, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come walk on the water with you." And Jesus said, "Come." And so Peter gets out of the boat and he starts walking on the water. Can you imagine how awesome that must have been? As he's looking at Jesus and he's walking on the water. And then the Bible tells us that he realizes there's wind and waves and a storm around him. He takes his eyes off of Jesus, puts his eyes on the storm, and begins to sink. And he hollers, "Lord, I'm going to drown." And Jesus reaches and picks him up out of the water and said, "Why did you doubt?" Brothers and sisters, I tell you that story because many of us are facing trials this week. And I want to encourage you to take your eyes off of the circumstances and put your eyes directly on Jesus. This crazy world that we live in is going to want to take our attention away from where our help comes from. But if we can focus on the Lord and his outcomes and his answers, and take our eyes off the circumstances that we're facing, we'll win every time. Jesus has our best interests at heart. Take your eyes off of the world. Take your eyes off of your circumstances and put your eyes on him. And let him lead the way. I hope that encourages you with whatever you're facing this week. And I'll be here again next Monday with another moment of encouragement. God bless you. Have an awesome week.